You are tuned into the leading internet radio station in the mother city. You are listening to Radio Yesterday. Welcome to the leading internet radio station in the mother city. There are many ways to stream our shows. Visit us on our Facebook page, live at Radio Yesterday. Also, visit us on our website, www.radioyesterday.co.za, or download the Radio Yesterday app, available and supported on any and all smart devices. Radio Yesterday, die ding ruk hier.
Our station, our talent, our people. Tidang Raki.
Do you want to take your business to the next level? Advertise with Radio East River by emailing us at admin@radioeastriver.co.za.
Our station, our talent, our people. Tidang Raki.
Welkom terug op Radio East River.
And that, just like that, we are back. Good afternoon and welcome to the Hashtag Kiredi Show. Today hosted by myself, Koi Queen, and I've got two lovely peoples with me in the studios representing Hashtag Kiredi, the health and wellness show that happens every Monday from the hours of 4 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Thank you so much for everybody that is tuned in. You guys have been absolutely vital. We took it a bit back there with your loose bookie. Now, some of you guys might know the lovely lady sitting next to me. It's not her first time at Radio East River. Welcome back. And to our first timer, welcome to Radio East River. You guys can just introduce yourselves and we'll take it from there.
Good afternoon to all our listeners. My name is Rejean Povie, and I'm a communicator for Hashtag Kiredi. We cover the northern sub-district, which is Kraaifontein, Brackenfell, Durbanville area, and for Santa Cruz.
Nice one.
Afternoon, everyone. I'm Sichabule Salusalo, the Kiredi community mobilizer for Northern.
Nice one. Thank you so much for joining me today, ladies, and taking time out of your day to come and educate the peoples. So we do it liquor, just nice, relaxed. Can take a seat back. Gonna listen to some liquor music, and we are talking about the one and only thing, World TB Day. So before we go anywhere, can someone just explain to us what is World TB Day and why do we celebrate it?
Okay, well, World TB Day, each year we celebrate World TB Day on the 24th of March to raise public awareness about the devastating health, social and economic impact of tuberculosis and urge efforts in the global TB pandemic. Despite the significant progress over the last decades, TB continued to be the top infectious killer worldwide, claiming over 1.5 million per year. Drug-resistant TB, which is ERTB, possesses a major health threat that could put a risk again made to effort to end the TB. Despite being preventable and treatable, TB remains the leading cause of death in South Africa, especially to people living with HIV.
Some facts that are being spit here, I never knew that. For those of the people who might be tuned in, might be wondering, what is TB? What is TB?
Tuberculosis, TB, is caused by a bacteria known as Mycobacterium tuberculosis. People become infected with TB when they breathe in these bacteria. Because of this, TB usually infects the lungs, but it can also spread from the lungs and infect other organs like your kidneys, your spine, and your brain. TB of the lungs is known for pulmonary TB, and TB outside the lungs is known as extrapulmonary TB.
A lot of things happening. So, just exactly how does TB spread?
TB is caused by, it is very simple and can happen quickly. TB is spread through the air when a person has active TB in the lungs, like coughing, sneezing, sings or talk, and droplets containing TB bacteria are released into the air and another person inhales TB. So TB has no status. TB has no race. Anyone can get TB. So anyone can inhale that bacteria and get TB.
Yeah. TB knows no race, no face, guys. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us and for, educating us on this topic. How does someone know that they may or may not potentially have TB?
Another important fact that it is important to remember that TB can be cured. Very important. Our listeners need to know that TB can be cured. If you have a fever, or you are losing weight, or you have transient night sweats, or you may have a cough for more than 2 weeks, you need to be tested for TB as soon as possible. It is important to follow up the recommended course of treatment and complete it to cure your TB, preventing drug-resistant TB. Being on treatment also helps to prevent TB from spreading to people who live with TB. So to prevent TB, also this is a very important fact here, to complete your treatment, because some listeners, if they are there on the treatment and they start to feel better after the 4th month, and then they think, no, TB is gone. So it is very important. I urge all listeners to finish their treatment course. If it's 6 months, if it's 9 months, if it's 1 year or more, they need to finish that course when the doctor or the nurse tell you it's 6 months, then you need to complete your whole 6 months and not stop before the time.
Don't take the shortcuts in life, guys. No. It never ever works out. Long story short, thank you so much for everybody joining us right now. It is almost 11:15, and like I always say, on a good day to have a great day on the #Key Ready Show. We'll be back still talking about World TB Day and all the information surrounding that with the two beautiful peoples with me in studio today. Thank you so much.
Radio Yesterova. Radio Yesterova. Radio Yesterova. Radio Yesterova. Jiggy jiggy bang, Mga melu yustagwa Alanzo bangana mataga Ama taste nama kozavana Felis kole gulolo taba Shivirim shiviram shiviriviram she Iveli kubu Pusi janga pay So batelelo mga me Yo yo Kole bala Akweti bale yang Mankingo salo Palcheti bala
Radio Yesterova Ditangaraki
Watalabami Watalabami Olele bala Akweti bale yang Mankingo salo Palcheti bala Watalabami Eni bakalamami Watalabami Watalabami Malumenake Koparege sisnyani Sila tsedi la pisi temola kutachi Malu Freza wena untati Baby le majita kanlaki Malumenake Koparege sisnyani Sila tsedi la pisi temola kutachi Malu Freza wena untati Baby le majita kanlaki Ay 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 Bane machwaleni Pima kupinga mbeni umakwa peni Ay Jwala ba mapeni Ay 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 Nyingi bane machwaleni Pima kupinga mbeni umakwa peni Ay Jwala ba mapeni Ole mbali Akweti mbali Manking follow Walcheti kali Wetale salam Eni salam Watalam Wetalam Shala Shala Amen Shala Amen Shala Amen Shala Shala Amen Shala Amen Shala Amen Shala Amen Shala Amen
You are listening to Radio Yesterova.
Siyafumaneka bantu, siyafumaneka guys. Inombolo yethu ngu 064 536 9095.
Welkom terug op Radio Yesterova.
Thank you so much for everybody that is still tuned in. You guys are absolutely vital. Just had to get the energies back up and the vibes going. Welcome back to the Key Ready Show with myself, Koi Queen, and the two beautiful peoples with me in the studio today that are so graciously coming in the studio to educate us on World TB day. Anyway, back to the conversation. Before the break, we were discussing so much things like what is TB and how it spreads and how to know if someone potentially has TB. So how can one protect yourself and others from contracting tuberculosis?
Always cover your mouth with a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Always wash your hands with soap and water to minimize infection. Infection prevent and control measures. Wear your mask, open windows, and ensure adequate ventilation. Very good ventilation is also very important. So if you're in a crowded space and there's no window open, feel free to open the window, because it also happens in small crowded places. So there need to be good ventilation. Ask your healthcare worker about TB preventative therapy. If you are in contact with someone who has pulmonary TB, or if you are living with HIV, to prevent getting sick with TB, take treatment as soon as you test positive. So for those who are newly diagnosed with HIV, or they just found out that the HIV positive today, for instance, so for that time period, for that 1 year, you need to be on TBT, which we call to prevent you from contracting TB. So you need to be on that. As soon as you test positive for HIV, you need to go on prevention to prevent that you get TB. So that's a very important one there for newly diagnosed HIV positive clients.
First things first. And how can you and I help stop this pandemic?
By identifying and overcoming stigma, which is very important. I think a lot of our clients or the patients will complete their treatment if the stigma are no longer there. If I may say it, especially in our communities, they will use the word tearing. No, did you see Samantha? She was at the clinic. She's got tearing. So we as a community, we need to stop with the stigma and discrimination and other gender and human rights barriers to ensure everyone can access the TB services they need. Let's end TB by availing the same kind of resources and actions for the development of the new TB diagnostics, treatment, and vaccines as we did with the COVID-19, by ensuring that every child at the risk of developing TB has access to appropriate TB prevention, diagnosis, and treatment, and averting unnecessary deaths. So I think the pandemic also had a great effect and awareness of how bacteria can be spread. So you need to look after yourself. Cough in a tissue if you need to. Cough in your elbow. Spit in a tissue. Don't just spit on the ground. So this is all the stuff how you can prevent yourself and how we can protect each other against TB.
Absolutely vital things, and I hope that everyone tuned in is taking notes. Are there any key messages before we wrap up?
Definitely, getting tested for TB is quick and easy and free. There's no charge to it. So you go into your facility, you see that you want to do a TB test, and it will be available for you free of charge. And it's very quick. Take treatment as soon as you test positive. So if you go back, you go for your test, and it's important to go back for your test results. But it's so advanced now. You get the SMS if you go for your TB test. The lab has a section where you put in your phone number and you will get the SMS. But if you do not receive the SMS, go to your nearest clinic to get your results. It's very important that you have your TB results. Complete treatment for the full 6 months, even if you feel better, as I mentioned before. Because if you're not going to finish your treatment, you're going to stop when you feel better. Then you need to start all over again. Imagine you're in your fourth month. You are on a period of 6 months. Now you skip. You get sick again. Definitely you will get sick again because the bacteria is still in your lungs. It will only die after 6 months. Your period has finished. So you're putting yourself at risk to contract drug-resistant TB. Multiple drug-resistant TB. So which means at the end of the day, if you're going to get multiple drug-resistant TB, you're going to be on a longer regimen, and you will be taking more tablets at the end of the day. So to look after yourself, you must finish your regimen. And also, TB is curable even if you are HIV positive. So if you are HIV positive and you have TB, the TB is curable. But the HIV not. But you can control your HIV by taking your ARVs. But remember this, the TB is curable if you contract TB when you're HIV positive. People living with HIV should be screened regularly for TB. So that is one of the very important factors for those living with HIV. If you expect any time that you show symptoms of it, that you need to go for a regular checkup and you need to go for the regular screening for TB.
Just out of curiosity, thinking about TB, in our communities, many people think that TB is contagious. Like, not like COVID, but like if you stand next to someone with TB or you drink from the same glass, I don't think those things are true.
No, that is all myth. You can't contract TB by sharing eating essentials like the same mug, like the same spoon. So that is one of the stigmas that we have in our household. If someone have TB, then your separate spoon would be there, your cup. So you have your own eating essentials. So TB is contagious. It's a droplet in the air. So if you cough, if you sneeze, that droplet is there and you inhale it as a person. So if you are not on treatment, you are. So if you're on treatment after 2 weeks, you're not that contagious anymore. So it all depends. If it's a droplet, yes, you can contract TB, but not through eating essentials, sharing a cup or a mug or just standing next to you. No. That's what they actually need. They need love and support.
Guys, a little bit of grace and space for the other person with TB. Don't forget that together we can stop the spread of TB. Don't believe all the rumors, and we just heard from Rejean herself that some of these things are lies. Some of the things you can do is go to your nearest clinic and get tested for TB. Always wash your hands with soap and water to minimize infection, as well as always cover your mouth with a tissue when you cough or sneeze, as well as practicing a healthy lifestyle will help reduce the risk of TB. For all the people tuned in, we know Kiredi is quite busy, but where will you guys be this week?
So for the Northern Sub-District team, from tomorrow onwards, we would be at the Roman Catholic Church in Wallerstein. Opposite, there's a park. We will be based there. And then for Wednesday, we will be based in Versantekraut, just opposite the police station. And for Thursday, we would be in Kraaifontein in Kliphoek Street, Scottsdene.
Nice one. The Kiredi is quite busy, and I see all the services that you guys are offering.
So yes, we've got the HIV testing, TB screening, STI screening. We've got the diabetes test, blood pressure, your height and weight, what we call the BMI. We've got the pregnancy test, and we've got the deworming and your hypertension.
All the people in the northern districts do take advantage of Kiredi. That is going to be coming your way very, very soon. And thank you so much, Rejean, for educating us on World TB Day, as well as the new addition to the Radio East River family, the one and only Jabu. How are we feeling?
I'm good.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh? You see, they always say, it always seems impossible until it is done. Nelson Mandela said that. So thank you so much for the first time joining us, and I hope it's definitely not the last time.
It's not the last time. I promise I'll be here again.
Beautiful stuff. Thank you so much for the conversation and educating us around World TB Day. For all the people tuned in, where can we find Kiredi on the socials?
Kiredi's social media platform is wide, so you can follow us on our social media handle, and you can get us on www.kiredi.co.za. And you can also get us on WhatsApp. We've got young doctors available. Any questions, you can speak to a doctor on 060 019 0000. I'll repeat 060 019 0000. You can also get us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Thank you so much for sharing. So do follow Key Ready on all social media platforms, as well as use the hashtag Key Ready. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week again. You guys have been absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jabu, as well. Next time you come, hey, I'm here. Thank you so much for everybody tuned in. This is Radio Yesterday, onze stasie was talent. En nog heeltyd onze mensen. Do stay tuned. Ons doen het lekker and we're playing out with some lekker music. You are listening to Radio Yesterday.
These roads of flames are catching a fire. Showed you I love you, you called me a liar. Oh no. Baby, tell me where you gone. I've been feeling for your love so long. We can praise God in the moonlight. Baby, if you with me, better do right. And I've been gone too long, and I'm hoping that you sing my song. I've been on this road for way too long. I've been hoping that we all get along. These roads of flames are catching a fire. Showed you I loved you, you called me a liar. Give God the thanks and praises. I've been on my own, but we ain't never left alone. And if I'm telling you the feeling is wrong, relax a little friend, this won't take too long. And when you're feeling alone, you can call my phone. Is there a better way to go? Teach them something before they lose the song. Oh no. Freedom is the road. Oh no. Coming in from the cold. Tell them not to sell it, it's worth more than gold. And guiltiness will catch them in the end. Oh yeah. They'll try to manipulate you through your pockets. Now you're caught up in the fog with the optics, the vision. Try to control you so they take the power. No, we don't play that game. We're here to empower. Give God the thanks and praises.
Yes, the feet.
Our station, our talent, our people.
Die ding ruk hier.